Hey, I'm Rabbi Yitz Wyne of Young Israel Aish of Las Vegas, and I want to welcome you to our Parsha series. This week's Parsha is Parsha's Shemini. Now, Shemini, it talks about right at the beginning where God speaks to Aaron. This is the high priest, and he says, Aaron, you and your children shall not come into the tent of meeting after having a drink or any kind of intoxicating beverage. Now, what's a little amazing is, again, the idea is that Aaron was the high priest. He was a Cohen. And his children were just priests. They were Cohanim. They would go into the tent of meeting, which was a place where after the Jews left Egypt to go to the land of Israel, the Cohanim would gather, they would offer sacrifices, burn incense, pray for the people, and then eventually the tent of meeting turned into what we now know as the Beis Hamikdash, the Holy Temple. So the rule is, if you're a Cohen, no drinking on the job. That's the rule. Now, the question is, why not? Now, it might be obvious to us, but think of it in these terms. One of the rules by the Cohanim is they had to be in a good mood. You cannot go in and do the divine service unless you were in a very, very good mood. And you think for a minute, have a little drink, a little something, you'll put yourself in a better mood. This was such an important rule that a Cohen who was in mourning was not allowed to go and perform the divine service. The exception to this was the high priest, the Kohen Gadol, Aharon in our case. So he, even if he was in mourning, still had to go to work. He still had to go perform the divine service. The reason for this is because Aaron had such a deep connection with God that he was always in a good mood. See, the truth is, if you know that God is involved in your life and he's running the world, and that every frustration that's coming your way is a divine gift. Either it's a gift so that you can, some of your sins can be expunged, or it's a gift that you can overcome that challenge and become a better person, a more holy person. Whatever the case is, you're always looking at the positive opportunity of any situation. So therefore, someone who's really real with the fact that God is running the world, they pretty much will always be in a good mood, and their frustrations will not get them down. And if they do get them down, it won't be for long. So that is the ultimate message of Parsha Shemini. The ultimate message is that whereas you might think that a Cohen could or maybe should have a drink, get in a good mood, and then go do the divine service, the lesson is that one should get high on God. That a person should understand, work constantly on this idea of knowing that God runs the world in every way. Now, today we are living in a corona world, and the coronavirus is decimated and given many people's lives and given people many challenges. And when I share with others the idea that I'm not saying, Rabbi, I've learned that so many times in my life. Well, the answer is, if you've learned it, then you would not need the lesson again. Right? There are many, many levels that all of us can learn and can experience this idea that God runs the world in a very deep, profound way. The more we connect with that, the different kinds of challenges we need. And the more we connect with that, the happier we will always be. So we're going to Shabbos now. Shabbos is a beautiful time. It's a time when we take our stresses and our problems, we put them onto the side, say, God, I'll deal with this Saturday night, right? So I want to give you a blessing. You should have a great Shabbos. You should get this idea into your head and into your heart that the Almighty runs the world in every way, the deepest of ways, and that will elevate you. You'll deal with your stresses in a much better way. I'm Rabbi Yitz Wyne of Young Israel Aish for Las Vegas, and thank you so much for being part of my world.